back here with you, High Noon Leatherworks, for another leather adventure. And today we're going to start a new project, and it's going to be quick, it's going to be easy, it's going to be practical, something everybody can use, and it uses very little hardware, no stitching. So it's something you can use with a smaller piece of leather. Doesn't have to be real thick leather either. So let's come on in and get started. Alright, so what I've done is I've taken a piece of poster board that I make my patterns out of, and I took a used Tandy leather gift card, which is the same size as a credit card or a debit card, and that's what I started making my pattern from. So what I did was basically draw that out first, as you can see in the center there, and then I went a 1/4 inch out because I want to allow for multiple cards or thicknesses, whatever you want to put in here. You could fold up bills and put them in there too if you wanted to, but we've got a 1/4 inch at the bottom, a 1/4 inch on the left and the right that I expanded it. Then I just went 1/8 of an inch at the top before I made my line for my top fold over. Then what I did was I just kind of experimented a little bit with how much I wanted to fold this over. So I made the bottom piece 1/2 an inch shorter than the size of the card, with the expansion of the 1/4 inch on top, or the bottom on each side, 1/8 at the top. So you can see how that comes out just 1/2 inch short of that. Then I put these wings on it on each side, and I just put a straight or a diagonal line down close to the center, and then I just rounded these edges. So I'm going to fold that over. That's where I'm going to put my male snap. Then I folded over the flap, figured out how long I wanted it, radiused it, and put a hole in that for the female snap, or the top. So that's all that's going to hold all this together is a snap, and then I'll have a nice little card holder, and I can put my driver's license, my credit card, my debit card, whatever in there, fold over a few bills, stick those in there, put that in my pocket. Or you could put a grommet in the corner of it and make a necklace out of it so you can carry it around your neck. So, however, very universal. You could use thicker leather. This one's probably about 8 ounce. Then I've got some that I'm going to do one in that's fairly thin. This is probably about 5 ounce. So I'm going to do one in it too, and there will be a difference in the snap, and I'll show you that just because of the thickness of the leather. But I don't think it's going to affect how it works. And oh, by the way, hey, make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video so you can figure out how you're going to have the possibility of winning this money clip from the last video. Remember, it's real nice, magnetic money clip. So hang on till the end of the video for that. So what I did was I took my pattern, cut it out, laid it on top of a piece of red pre-dyed leather, and like I said, it's probably about 8 ounce. And then I had my holes punched in my pattern so I'd know exactly where to lay them out on my leather. So I cut it out, I punched my holes to match my pattern. Then I kind of test fitted that with a snap set, and this leather is so thick that I can't get 3 pieces of this leather thickness through a snap and make it work properly. 2, obviously I can make it work. So what I'm going to do is, instead of putting it through all 3 pieces, the fold over here and the 2 flaps, the 2 wings, I'm just going to fold this piece over and then put it through the 2 wing pieces, and that's going to hold this centerpiece in. It's not going to go anywhere, especially as thick as this leather is. So I want to pull this over, push that down around that snap stud, and then I'm going to put the male end over the top of that, and then take my setter and set that in there. And then what that's going to do is that's going to seal those 2 pieces together, and it's also going to keep the flap that goes across, it'll keep it in there. There's no way it's going to come out. So I'm going to put my anvil in there. I should have done that the first time. So I've got something good and hard to hit against, and I'm going to set that one more time. Yeah, that's better. I was trying to set that against that soft leather, and that's probably not a good idea. So I should have slid my anvil in there the first time, but it turned out okay. There's the bottom, nice and neat. Now all I need to do is put my top snap on, and I'll put it through the outside going in, so that I have my finished snap out here, and I am using the gold color. And now I'm just going through one thickness of this approximately 8-ounce leather. And I've got it on the anvil. And I try to rotate my tool, my setting tool, as I hit. I try to rotate it a little bit. It seems to do a nicer job. And let's go ahead and test fit that and see how it snaps. Snaps real nice. I've got just a little tiny piece of leather where I cut that out. There we go. So there's what it looks like. Again, you could put a grommet in there and hang it by the corner off of a necklace type scenario, or you could just stick this in your pocket. Now the big test, let's look and see if it holds the cards. I slide right in there. I've got plenty of room for several cards, or a few cards and some money if I want to put it in there. Now remember, when I told you about the pattern, when I drew out for the size of the card first, then I put an extra 1/4 inch on each end and on the bottom. And the reason I did that was to allow that to expand to accept more cards, or a thicker area to put these in. So it wouldn't just, if you didn't add anything to it, you'd be lucky to get 1 card in there by the time you folded your leather over and everything. So fits in there nice, not hard to get in or out. But once you put your cards in there, your money, and you snap that closed, it's all in there nice, secure, tight, fit right in your pocket, no problem. You see it fits right in the palm of my hand. And you could do that in different colors, different styles, however you want to make it. Now, I want to do the same thing in this lighter weight. Like I said, I think it's approximately 5 ounce. And let's make sure I've got enough in this one section here. And what I'm going to do is I want this to be my finished side. So I'm going to draw it on this side so I don't have any ink marks or anything showing. I like to use a ballpoint pen. It just seems to work much better for me. You could use anything you like, whatever your preference would be. And I did get this leather from Kentucky Leather and Hides. Make sure you go check them out at KentuckyLeatherandHides.com. Very nice people. Good quality products they sell. And they should have everything that you need for leather projects. So there's my pattern on this piece of leather. So I'll take my knife and we'll cut this out as quickly as I can here. I'm going to go with my straight lines first. Then I'll go ahead and cut on the side wings here. And this being a little lighter weight leather than the red was, you have to be careful when you're cutting it because it wants to stretch a little bit because it's lighter weight, so it's a little more pliable. So you have to kind of watch as you're cutting it with your knife that you're keeping it nice and flat so it doesn't get distorted as you cut it. And as I've mentioned in videos before, I like to keep my knife a certain degrees from my body, so I like to keep turning my leather piece and it keeps it comfortable as I'm cutting, and I don't get my wrist in a weird angle or get it twisted up to where it's uncomfortable. So there's my pattern piece cut out. Now I can go ahead and take my poly board and do my holes with my punch. And then let's go ahead and get us a snap set. I think I'll do this one in silver. And there's the female piece. And There's the back for the male piece, and there's the male piece on that side. So let's go ahead and take that flat piece. Should be able to get all three thicknesses in over this thinner material. Now don't be concerned if you get a little bit of hangover right here. We can take care of that. I'll show you how to take care of that in just a second. And we'll put the third one over. So this is through all three pieces, and you can see I've got plenty to do my put my snap on there. So let's go ahead and put that on top. Put our anvil in there. For that to sit on. And get my tool, my setting tool. Again, I like to kind of rotate that as I hit it. It seems to give me a better set. And then if you have a little bit of that hanging over like that, just flip it over on the back side. And then take your knife and just trim it off. And that'll make it nice and even on the bottom. So that's through all three thicknesses. Let's double check with the card before we put our top snap on. Fits in there real nice. You can see I have room for more cards or cash. Let's go ahead and put the top snap on. Flip my anvil over. And snap the top. And there's the finished piece. Now, with this being a little bit thinner than the other one, it'll take a little bit for it to get laid down since we folded it over, but you could lay something on top of it that's got some weight to it, or put some clamps on it, and it would eventually, after a while, a couple hours, it would conform to that. It just needs to be pressed down. But it seems to work really well with the cards. Again, you could put a grommet on it if you'd like, hang it as a necklace, or you could just use it and put it in your pocket. So something quick, simple, easy to make, very practical. Anybody could slide it in their purse, your pocket, whatever you need to use it for, or again, you could use it and make it a necklace or a lanyard type around your neck. So it's whatever you would prefer. I just thought I'd use some scrap that I had and make a quick little card holder that I can use, or I know my wife can use one for her purse for sure. So very handy. Alright, another leather project in the books. Something that would be quick, easy to do, make great Christmas gifts. But those of you who have been waiting, I'm going to give away the money clip that I did in the previous video. If you haven't seen that yet, you have to go check it out in order to have an opportunity to win this. So here's the thing. The first person that emails me and gets the answer correct is going to win this. I'm going to send it to you. So no cost to you. I'll ship it to you on my dime. So here's the thing. Email me the answer to this question. What seasonal prop did I have in the previous video to this one sitting on my workbench during the video? What seasonal prop did I have sitting on my workbench during the previous video when I made this magnetic leather clip, money clip? Email me the answer to highnoonleatherworx, all one word, all lowercase, WORX, make sure you get that right, highnoonleatherworx at gmail.com. First person that gets the answer correct will be the winner. So you have to subscribe, and please like the video. It helps, trust me. And again, thank you to Kentucky Leather and Hides. Check them out at kentuckyleatherandhides.com, and I appreciate their support. And as I always say, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.